شارك سمو الشيخ ناصر بن حمد الخليفة وممثل جلالة الملك للأعمال الإنسانية وشؤون الشباب في الجلسة الافتتاحية للدورة 28 من منتدى سانت بطرسبرغ الاقتصادي الدولي 2025، وذلك بحضور فخامة الرئيس فلاديمير بوتين رئيس روسيا الاتحادية الصديقة ورئيس جمهورية إندونيسيا ونائب رئيس مجلس الدولة الصيني ونائب رئيس جنوب أفريقيا وكبار المسؤولين من مختلف دول العالم.
Sheikh Nasser, Bahrain is a very unique country. You have very good, exceptional relations with Washington, yet you are here today representing your country and His Majesty as a guest of honor in St. Petersburg Forum. This is a very unique feature. It aligns with, those who know Bahrain would say this will align with the history of Bahrain as a trade hub, as a political bridge. But how are you maneuvering and navigating a more and more polar world with the set of skills and experiences you have in the realm of bridging between East and West?
Well, you have mentioned briefly about history, and let me take you back nearly 5,000 years ago, the job of Bahrain, where it maintained the relations between East and West. So I believe Bahrain, in its geographic position in the region and in service to the world, we have no choice but to be the arms and the bridges between the East and the West. We have no choice, rather, to follow our wise leadership, not just in Bahrain, but in the GCC in total, where we all share a new state of mind. It is what's so-called the single issue alliance. Meaning by single issue alliance is, I do not get my nation, we do not get our region sucked into wars. I might agree with you in 10 points, but disagree in 8 or vice versa. So we take every point into verticals and we discuss, and most important is how do we build on this relation? How do we maintain our relations? How do we seek to a better future? I'd always say our past is not better than our present, but I'm sure our future should be better than our present. So this is what we are doing. We have seen great leadership here with His Excellency, the President Vladimir Putin, where he showed a stable, long-lasting, enduring vision. Where does he want to take his country and move forward? We do the same. We always say that. We plan for the next generations.
Sheikh Nasser, I'll go back to you. You see, this conversation unveils the level of tensions on the global theater. I will go back to the question about how GCC countries keep moving from one success to another, and Bahrain is one of these successful countries, despite all of these turbulences, despite all of these flashpoints in your close vicinity and globally. How do you do that? And what lessons can be drawn from that by others?
Let me start by saying, Alhamdulillah, for a wise leadership we have in our region. We always say the clever tries to solve the problem, but the wise who avoids it. So us in the GCC, and especially in your second home in Bahrain, us in our country, we talk numbers, we talk facts, we project our plans. As what we saw today from President of Indonesia, this is a man who is expediting his KPIs by far. He thinks that he will reach in 4 years' time that goal, but he reached in 1 year time. We are sprinting in our region. And if you go back today, especially during that turbulent and eventful nights, look at the numbers of our real estate, look at the numbers of our stock markets. there is a lot of confidence from the people, from the investors, with our leaderships over there. Today in that beautiful city, I sat with the top chairmen and CEOs of your top companies in Russia, and we exchanged the same vision, we exchanged the same purpose and the same spirit during these conflicts. We are only looking forward. We are only looking to de-escalate. We are only looking for a peaceful world. We are only looking for a better future.
Sheikh Nasser, during the King's visit to Moscow, he explicitly talked about the role of Russia in maintaining peace in the Middle East. It was an initiative His Majesty put forward during the Arab Summit in Bahrain, in Manama. And he was very particular about the role of Russia in achieving that peace as a pivotal role. What role do you think Russia can play now in the current crisis?
Yes, you were right. During our previous visit and after the Arab Summit that was conducted in the Kingdom of Bahrain, we have called out for World Peace Forum to end and to reach to a solution with every conflict. His Majesty is a leader of peace. He drives his country towards peace and ending conflicts, and so as President Putin. As you have heard from the President just now, that he continues talking, no mediation. I believe that mediation will always confuse the situation, but any suggestion, any words of wisdom these days are mostly needed. Avoiding de-escalation, I think, is the key word of today.
The secondary sanctions on the friends of Russia. Let's agree that this is part of the reality of international dynamics, and people take care of that. I mean, pay attention to that. How are you navigating this in terms of sanctions, in terms of reputation as well?
Well, you mentioned it, the friends of Russia, but also the Kingdom of Bahrain being the friend to the world, the link and the bridge between conflicts. We have always opened our arms as I would never say that we are neutral. Neutral means siding with one side on another. I say that we are peacekeepers, we are peace seekers, we are opening our arms. Bahrain is a platform for peace talks. So what we try to achieve all the time by the guidance of His Majesty is we will always welcome. And you remember, Mr. President, we have actually offered that Bahrain is always ready for whenever there will be peace talks in your conflict, then we are more than happy to host it. So if we can achieve that, then definitely we are benefiting something that we secure the world's interest. Because at the end of the day, with these conflicts and what's happening from left, right, and center, I don't see any benefit out of it. I don't see one side loser and one side is the winner. No one is going to get out of this victorious if we keep looking at event-driven prospect of that whole image. But what we look is, how can we end up with a solution that is foresight in the future, that builds our economy, that secures our generations, and how will we look and how will our world look in the next generation? So these are difficult questions to answer today, because this is all in the future. But all what I know is today. If I go by every sunrise again, knowing what is happening today and what I see around me today in the world, people are readjusting, people are reshuffling, and people are expecting that hopefully with the leadership and with the wise leadership of Mr. Putin, that something beneficial is going to happen. So I am an optimistic person. I look at these opportunities for my nation and for the better to everyone. So if we seek together how can we bring these issues into solutions, then we are on the right path. If we are not thinking this way, then we are definitely not thinking of a solution. So at the end of the day, let's not get deep into these issues, but let's think forward and let's readjust our posture of today, and then this will shape our future together forward. So this is our navigating track, I think.
Excellent.